Hey guys, yogaphysique here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about JP Müller's rubbing exercises. I'll explain them briefly and then provide a demo so you can follow along at home. JP Müller was a Danish physical culturalist born in the 19th century. In 1904, he published a book entitled My System, and in that book, he laid out his ideas and theories regarding health and wellness. A lot of his ideas revolved around taking cold baths, being out in the fresh air, not wearing too many layers of clothes, but he also spoke a lot about rubbing exercises. Now, I read My System several years ago, and as you can imagine, the images are not the best quality given the time period they were taken in, and the text isn't very clear either. So I did my best to interpret them, and I modified them slightly to fit into my own yoga practice. However, if you are interested in seeing the original material, you can find My System online, and you can also watch videos of JP Müller practicing his rubbing exercises. Originally, JP Müller advocated that these rubbing exercises should be performed in the nude, and I typically do perform them naked, although I'm not going to be naked for you today. You can practice them fully clothed, as I'm about to demonstrate in this video. However, if you do have the space and you feel comfortable, I would recommend performing them in the nude so that you can rub your hands directly on your skin and get more of the benefits. According to Müller, these rubbing exercises keep your skin satiny smooth, improve your circulation, and warm your whole body up. For that reason, they're great to perform at the start of the day or before you do any other sort of workout. And the key to note is that when you're rubbing the body, you want to apply actual pressure with the hands on the skin, not just gliding softly over top. And when My System was initially published, it was actually quite popular, selling millions of copies. And the way that I heard about it was that Franz Kafka, the author of Metamorphosis, most famously, is said to have practiced these rubbing exercises. Now, Müller originally marketed his My System as being a 50-minute routine. My interpretation, my modification typically takes me around 10 minutes. So I would say that anything from 8.5 to 10 minutes is a great time. From 10 to 12 minutes is a good time. And if you're taking over 12 minutes to complete the routine, then you're starting to drag. So now that we've covered the basics, let's begin with the demo. I'll explain each set of movements as well as how you should breathe as you're moving. So feel free to follow along with me. Let's begin setting up your space, your stopwatch. So the first movement is neck rubs. We're going to begin with the right foot on top of the left and the right hand behind the neck, rubbing up and down the back of the neck for 2 breaths. Then rubbing up and down the side of the neck for 2 breaths. Then rubbing up and down the front of the neck for 2 breaths. And then we're going to repeat this on the left side with the left hand and the left foot as well. Remember to breathe. The second movement is squats. These are just regular squats. We're going to inhale as we go down, exhale as we stand up. Incorporate your arms into this one, extending your arms as you lower down, pulling your arms in as you stand up, squeezing your shoulder blades together. We're going for 20 repetitions here. Remember to breathe. Our next movement is arm rubs. Let's begin with our left arm lifted. We're going to begin by rubbing over top the arm, including the shoulder, for 2 breaths. Now rubbing underneath the arm for 2 breaths. Then we're going to rub up and down the side of the body for 2 breaths. And then we're reaching around behind the back to give ourselves a little self-massage. Doing the same thing now with the right hand, rubbing over top for 2 breaths. Rubbing underneath for 2 breaths. Down the side of the body for 2 breaths. And finally, reaching around behind the back and giving yourself a little self-massage. The next movement is our folding rubs. You're gonna bring your hands up the body, over the face, over top of the head, then down the back, down the legs, and up the front of the legs. Inhaling as you're rubbing up the front of the body, exhaling as you're rubbing down the back of the body. We're going to go for 20 repetitions here. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Remember to breathe. After 10 repetitions, you can start to rub down the side of the legs instead of down the back of the legs. And as you come up, you can bring the hands up the inside of the legs. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Continue to apply pressure with your hands. Finishing here by bringing the arms up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and relaxing. Our next movement is the side squat rubs. Let's adopt a wider stance. So for this one, we're working our coordination as well. Begin by bending into one knee and lengthening the other and going from side to side. And now let's add into it, we're gonna bring our hands to the straight leg, bending the opposite knee still. So let's bring it all together now. Exhale as you reach for the straight leg, rubbing up the body, inhale. Going side to side. We're going for 20 repetitions here. Remember, you're always reaching for the straight leg and bending the opposite knee. A fluid movement here. Remember to breathe. Keep applying pressure with the hands. Popping the feet together. The next movement is the twist rubs. Start by rocking your torso from side to side. And then you're going to swing your arms around in front of you, bringing one hand to rub the back and the other to rub the belly. Inhale as you go through center, exhale as you go to the side and rub. And your rub should last as long as your exhale. We're going to perform 20 repetitions of this movement as well. Apply pressure. Pressure with the hands. Remember to breathe. And relaxing. The next movement is our kicking leg rubs. We're going to begin with the left leg. Inhale as you kick the left leg up. Exhale as you kick the right leg up. Then you're going to the side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, right leg up. And then to the back. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, right leg up. As you're lifting the legs, you're rubbing over top the leg and then underneath the leg as the leg draws back down to the floor. Once you hit 5 kicks with each leg, we're going to switch. To do a quick transition, kick all the way forwards with the right leg, inhaling and beginning on this side again. Stay loose in the hips, keeping your spine tall. Coming back to center. The next movement is our shin up rubs. We're going to bring the knee up, inhaling as we're rubbing up the leg, up the body, and exhale as you reach down for the foot again. In this movement, make sure that your posture stays tall, kicking your knee up as high as you can. You're lifting the knees, not bending down. Remember to breathe. And squeezing the shoulder blades back to finish. The next movement is our side rubs. Bring the hands to the sides of the body. We're going to inhale over to our right, exhale to our left. We're going to go for 10 breaths here, applying pressure with the hands. Once you hit 10 repetitions, we're going to switch sides, inhaling over to our left, exhaling to our right. For a quick transition, inhale from one side to the other, and then begin exhaling on the opposite side and continuing for the final 10. Rubbing hard. The next movement is our tummy rubs. Adopting a wider stance, hands to the belly. Now this consists of two movements. One is bringing the hands from side to side across the belly. The other movement is a twist of the torso. So let's put both together now. Rubbing the hands across the belly as we're also twisting with the torso. Your inhales and exhales here are going to be long. We're doing as many rotations as we can in one inhale and in one exhale. Go for 3 inhales and exhales, and then switch which hand's on top, and continuing for another 3 inhales and exhales. Relaxing, coming back to center. Our final movement is the hinge rubs. For the folding rubs, we went all the way down. For the hinge rubs, we're just hinging at the hips, keeping the spine long. Another difference between this one and the folding rubs is the breaths are long here. Doing as many hinges as we can per inhale and exhale. And we're continuing this movement for 5 breaths. Finishing by drawing the arms up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and relaxing. And we're done.